Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level speaking lesson, and today we're going to be talking about drugstores and pharmacies. Again, because this is a speaking lesson, I'd encourage you to respond to the prompts out loud. And if you'd like some feedback on your speaking, feel free to make a TikTok or Instagram video, and you can post it to the hashtag that I'll include in the description, and I'll be glad to give you some feedback. Right, in North America, a drugstore or pharmacy is a place where you can buy medicines, toiletries, and other personal effects. And in other parts of the world, this place is called a chemist. So we're going to look at some of these items. See if it tells us what they are on the next screen. No, it does not, so we'll have to look here. So this person is blowing her nose. She's using a tissue. Here we have a picture of perfume or cologne. In the US, we call these Band-Aids. In other areas of the world, they call them plasters. You can also at the drugstore get vitamins, pills, tablets, medicine, shampoo or moisturizer, sunscreen or sun cream, and pills, capsules, or medicine. All right, so we're going to read this text about Mary, who's a pharmacist who works in a large drugstore. You can pause the video and read this on your own, or you can follow along as I read. I work at a large drugstore in Chicago. People can buy many things here. At a drugstore, you can fill a prescription. If you are unwell, a doctor might tell you to take medicine. Medicines can be either over-the-counter medicines or prescription medicines. Over-the-counter medicines are things like headache tablets or cough medicine. However, some medicines are controlled by the government. The doctor will give you a note called a prescription, and you must give that prescription to the pharmacist. The pharmacist fills the prescription and will give you the medicine. Prescription medicines include strong painkillers and antibiotics. Prescription medicines are usually for more serious health problems than over-the-counter medicines. In general, we use medicine as an uncountable noun. We can use it in the plural when we are talking about different types of medicine. So when was the last time that you took medicine? Why did you need to take it? Where did you go to obtain the medicine? And were there special instructions? Now, medicines always contain instructions for use. It is important that you take the correct dosage. And do you recognize these statements? If you experience strong side effects, seek medical assistance. Take the entire course of medicine. Do not take the tablets on an empty stomach. Take 2 tablets every 12 hours. And this medication may make you feel drowsy. Do not use machinery or drive. We don't always need prescription medicines. Sometimes you only need an over-the-counter medicine, so match the word or words to their definitions. So these may help you if your eyes feel dry. That would be eye drops. It looks like candy or sweets, but can help if you have a sore throat. That is a throat lozenge. This is taken via your nose and can help if you have a cold. Nasal spray. And these can help if you have an allergic reaction, such as to cats or pollen. Antihistamines. So you go to the pharmacy with a prescription. So go ahead and try to put these statements in their correct order. You can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check the answers. So E is first. You give your prescription to the pharmacist. Then D is second. The pharmacist fills the prescription. And then A, the pharmacist places a label on the medicine. Then B, the pharmacist explains the instructions to you. And C, you pay for the medicine at the drugstore counter. Larger drugstores will have these types of items and match the terms to their definitions. So this group of items is also known as makeup, such as lipstick and nail polish. Those would be cosmetics. A section that includes shampoo, conditioner, gel, mousse, and hair colors would be hair care. Also known as toiletries, items to keep you clean and in good shape, such as soap, toothpaste, and floss. That's personal hygiene. And one of the biggest range of items, this will include diapers, known in the UK as nappies, would be in the baby products. So do you ever buy hair care products, and which kinds? Do you ever need to purchase baby products? How often do you go to a drugstore or pharmacy? Where do you purchase your personal hygiene items from? And does the local drugstore stock all types of items mentioned? All right, so now in which area would you find the following items? So a comb or hairbrush, well, probably in hair care. Mouthwash you would find in personal hygiene. A toothbrush, also personal hygiene. Diapers and nappies would be in baby products. Hairspray would be in hair care. And hair dye or hair color could be either in hair, would probably be hair care, maybe cosmetics. These items, shower gel would be personal hygiene. Hair gel would be hair care. Moisturizer could be personal hygiene or cosmetics. Sometimes moisturizers are scented, they're perfumed, so they're in the cosmetics area. Lipstick would be cosmetics. Cotton swabs, sometimes those are in baby products, sometimes they're in personal hygiene. And dental floss, personal hygiene. So for the text that's coming up, you'll need these vocabulary words, so match each term to its definition. An informal way to say to visit or to go will be to drop by. Used to describe foods that do not need any preparation before consumption. Those would be ready to eat. Here, this term describes the things that we eat and drink almost every day, the basic. And this term refers to a group of small, unimportant things, bits and pieces. So many people visit this drugstore or pharmacy often. In particular, drugstores in North America are often huge. So you can go ahead and pause the video and read this text on your own, or you can follow along as I read. I live in the center of town. There's no large supermarket in my neighborhood. However, you can buy so much at the drugstore. Actually, I get all the basics at the drugstore: bread, milk, cereal, coffee, all the bits and pieces I need during the week. I often drop by a couple of times a day. Sometimes I'm too lazy to cook. I can buy everything I need to make simple pasta dishes, and of course, there are plenty of ready-to-eat foods. You can even buy birthday cards, small gifts, and stationery. So what about you? Where do you buy the weekly basics? What bits and pieces do you need to buy during the week? In your culture, does this drugstore exist? And what is this place called? And how is it different? So now I'd like you to, if you have a friend that you can practice with, make a conversation to practice out loud. If you don't have anyone to practice with, You can write a dialogue and post that in the comments if you'd like some feedback. But you're going to make a conversation where one person is the customer, the other is the pharmacist. As the customer, you're going to need shampoo, cotton swabs, coffee, and ice cream. You also have a prescription for medication from the doctor. You need to ask where you will find these items, ask how much each item costs, and make sure the pharmacist tells you the instructions for any medication. If you're playing the part of the pharmacist, you'll just need to answer the person's questions, or if you're doing the dialogue, write the answers to the person's questions and be sure to give them the instructions for the medication and the costs of each item. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, participate in the comments, record yourself answering the prompts, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.